I know you're very quick, but you're not quick enough. Hi, Juanson. How are you doing, sweetie pie? We don't have Lilith. Is that normal? Or I don't know. I didn't receive an email, so I'm just wondering. So hi everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. We're gonna start this reading, and okay, there you go. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, sweetie pie. Yeah. Well, you guys are gonna have like a long weekend and everything also, right? So okie dokie. Here we go. We are gonna start this off with Mimi Michelle. And yeah. So Michelle's first, and then we're gonna go see Mimi, then we're gonna come and see you, Elaine. So you have time to send it. Hi, my beautiful Julie. You just got home. You're getting home late. Yeah. I know. You've had like a few of those busy days this week. I don't know. I'm like confused into my days. And to my mind, it's like we're Friday because my kids don't have school tomorrow. So I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. So hold on just a second. Oh no, go eat, Julie. Go relax your soul, sweet love. Go eat, beautiful. So I'm going to start this off over here with Mimi. And let's move on forward with it, all right? So, on Mimi, this is Mimi Michelle, okay? The timestamp is going to be at 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And I do want to apologize again. I know that I did it by email, but I do want to apologize again because I did not see your question yesterday. I did not see it. So I am very sorry, my love. So let's go. I've got the right one here. It's about the sneaky people at work. All right. Yeah. So, and you say there's a lot of conflict. There's a lot that's going on altogether. Okay. When you say that you feel taken advantage of, when you say that you feel like you're being used, if you will, that tells me something very, very important because your instincts are picking up onto real like behavior patterns that are there around you. So I'm going to say it's not the sneaky type of energy like into a mystical kind of a sense, but people are definitely acting kind of, I'm going to say definitely people who are acting a little bit strange around you, okay? You're not imagining it all together. I do feel like there is tension. I do feel like there is some conflict. There are some people at work who are benefiting from you being reliable, from you being hardworking, because you don't make any noise, you don't create no drama, and well, that's just not fair for you altogether. So that I'm actually gonna have to say, hold on. I'm going to say that's like, I feel like you've got issues in both places. That's what I feel is more happening into the daytime job. So you have some people who are probably benefiting from the way that you work, from what you provide and what you give and everything else. But the nighttime job, that's the one where I feel like there's a sneaky person. I feel like there's a pattern of poor communication at the night job, and people are kind of passing responsibility onto you because you do things properly. And then it creates that feeling that things are happening behind your back. I'm going to say the nighttime job is more about disorganization and people kind of taking the easy route over here. The morning job has some sneakiness about it, but I feel like it's more sneakiness into I'm not being transparent kind of a thing. So the nighttime job is more people kind of using you and being kind of sneaky, but utilizing you so you can do more things. And The morning job is people who, again, are taking advantage of you, but there's also like a work ethic that is into that. I feel like they're really not being transparent. So, um, in the morning job, I want you to be careful for somebody who shifts the blame. I want you to be careful for the person who hides behind their mistakes. And somebody who they might not be as blunt to show it to you, but if you do have any like signs or symbols of somebody who is kind of making you carry the weight or would like to project upon that you're the one who, I do need you to be careful for that, because there is somebody who could be trying to create some type of drama over there. So maybe into the morning or maybe the night. I'm not going to say either one of them are clear. They're just used differently. So what you're sensing up is that there's an unfair workload, that there's a lack of respect, that people are depending on you a little bit too much, that there is hidden frustrations, and there's emotional exhaustion that's simply building up into you. So what's going to be really, really important over here is for you to know that it's not because of you that there's this sneakiness. You're probably just doing your job a little bit too well, and these people are not all that. Their morals, their values are probably not at the right place. They kind of tend to use the easy route than any other, and you're a little bit of an easy route because you really do good. You do good things, and if you do them, we know that they're going to be well done, and we know you're not going to create all that many, issues. So what you can do next is don't take on more for now. If anybody asks you for any favors, it's a no. You just can't. You don't have to. It's a favor. Just don't do it. Do your work job. Do what your description. That's it. That's all. If anything kind of overpasses or surpasses it, then go higher on up and go and say, hey, this is happening and that is happening, but I have ample enough with my workload. So stick to your actual responsibilities, not the other people. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they act all nice and sweet around you. Like, don't do it. When anybody actually tries to give you tasks that they are supposed to do, so they're transferring things over to you, okay, or anything that would be additional that might not be theirs, but they're still kind of giving it to you, write that on down and just really protect your energy altogether, sweetie pie. It's going to be important, okay? So do you have some sneaky people? I will say you do have sneaky people, but they're kind of sneaky in different kind of ways. So either way, you're going to have to be careful. And either way, I'm going to say to document the same type of behavior. Let me know if there's anything else. Okay, sweetie pie? Yeah. Happy birthday, Diana. Happy birthday, sweetie pie. Don't worry about it, Sean. Don't worry about it, sweetie. We are going to go and see our beautiful Mimi now. Mimi is going to be at 8:30. Absolutely. I do not want you fainting, my beautiful Julie. Elaine, you're going to be up right after. Okay, so Elaine, just 1 second. I don't know why I don't see you over here, but I know that you're there. You're going to be on up next. So let's go see for Mimi over here. Okay, this is exhausting energy. Sweetie pie. All right. I feel like you're not wrong, my beautiful Mimi, for wanting peace. What MT wants isn't something that is personal. Like, she's trying to feel in control at work. And when people feel, or when people like that feel insecure, they do things like praising others loudly just to kind of send a little bit of a message. So it's not a hitting meaning. It's her own insecurities that are kind of showing, if you will. So you don't need to align with her emotionally. The best alignment here is to simply, I'm going to say, stay professional. Don't react to her games and keep your focus onto your work, because that is what's going to protect your peace altogether. Now, why does she actually behave that way? she sees you as steady. She sees you as independent. So she tries to kind of redirect the attention by praising others. So it's not a message to you. It's a little bit of her way of managing, if you will, her own ego. When will she leave your life? People like that kind of fade out naturally when you stop feeding into their energy. So you're already kind of pulling on back into your energy. So the transfer has already begun. And that's why it's feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now. But it will calm down. You can expect things to kind of ease on off into the following, I'll say, few weeks. By few weeks, I'm going to say between 8 and 12, so 2 to 3 months. We'll put it that way. Now, what's happening later next week at work? Elaine, you're going to be on up next, my love. So, what is happening for you? A little bit tumultuous. We do have our Four of Cups. There's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of fluctuations. So there's some ups, there's some downs in moods that are around you. One or two small moments of tension, but nothing really all that major. You standing your ground into a quiet, but also into a very strong way. And I feel like there's a nice, small, positive moment that's going to remind you that, you know what, you are good at many things and it's important for you to recognize this. So please do keep that recognition open to the goodness that you give on out and that you do, because there's a lot of goodness and you will receive some type of recognition towards it. Mr. Ari. Mr. Ari, what is happening? Hold on. Harry feels neutral to positive, I'm going to say, towards you. Like, he notices you, even if he doesn't always necessarily show it or mention it. You're always there onto his mind. Nothing big and nothing dramatic, no big changes, but he does always have a little bit of that beautiful, soft curiosity about you, and he definitely does respect your vibes in every single way. So I'm going to say, always remember throughout everything in your reading, may it be work, may it be Mr. Harry, you're not the one to be blamed. You're not the problem. You're just surrounded by people who don't know how to manage their own emotions. So keep your peace, because, you know, it's going to be working, sweetie, and it's working towards you. I will give you some messages from Mr. Ari. Here we go. And Elaine, you're next. I catch myself thinking about you. You have that beautiful presence. I feel comfortable around you. Not many people have that effect on me. I wish that I could talk to you more. I don't want to make things awkward. Elaine, sweetie, let us know if you're here. And beautiful Mimi, I'm sending you much love, sweetie pie. Let me just go and make sure everything is good. Elaine, yes, it is Elaine. I do not have your questions yet. Is that normal? Hold on. And there's like some type of glitch onto the feed because I don't see it here. Let me go see. Thank you, my beautiful Julie, my love. We do have Julie, and we also do have, let me just go make sure. Okay, yeah. After Elaine, we have Julie, and we also do have our beautiful Love Shine. So Elaine, let me go and refresh. Maybe I did receive something from you and Gmail's just not letting me know. And I'm just talking for no good reason. I don't know. No, I don't see it. No, I don't. Nothing. Maybe the chat is frozen too. I don't know. Is the chat frozen? Okay, guys, let me know if the chat is frozen, please, because it's not really moving. And Yeah, I'm missing information. So, Elaine, I'm missing an email from you or a question. So into the meanwhile, please let me know if everything is working. I'm going to go and see Julie into the meanwhile because I do have her questions. So here we go. I am going to leave you, though, a timestamp. So you can go and eat and relax because you might not be here. But just let me know. Anybody who writes something, just let me know if this chat is frozen. Juanson, can you post something for me, my love? I don't see anything. At the worst, I'll go out and I'll come back into a different live. Write to me. Okay, it is there. Boo. Okay, well then, it is what it is. Love Shine, you're going to send you perfect. Love Shine, post your questions, my love, if you are here. Thank you so very much, my dear Juanson. We are going to move on forward into the meanwhile with our beautiful Julie. Julie is going to be at 16:15. Elaine will be next if I have your questions. Otherwise, I shall go and see Love Shine. So, as for our beautiful Julie, let's go and see. Let me just read. Let's go see what we can do to help him move on forward. All right. So, I have to say, I do truly feel like he is feeling like he is more open, that he is more relaxed, that I'm going to say more emotionally receptive altogether. So I feel like you're picking up on something that is real. I feel like he's into a softer, a more reflective space, which naturally is going to make him more connected to you, also into his thoughts. So you're absolutely right within it. Now you say, did he daydream about you two today, and what did he actually daydream about? I do feel as though he did. I do have our beautiful page over here. I do have our Six of Cups. I do have our Queen. I do have our Chariot. I feel like into his mind today, there was more room, if you will, than the usual, than the usual time that he would have. I feel like his daydreams weren't anything that was grandiose. All right. I feel like they were simple. I feel like they were warm. I feel like they were everyday little moments, like meaningful, beautiful things, like the way that he feels when you are close to him. I feel like his mind is drifting towards you guys being together, about the movements, like daydreaming about actually coming towards you and saying what he wants to say emotionally so you guys can move on forward. It's about imagining those small routines with you. It's him daydreaming of that comfort of being close to you. And I'm going to say even just into the biggest of comfort, being close to you and not needing to talk. I feel like he's picturing the both of you together, but doing like ordinary things, but intimate ordinary things that couples would do, like cooking together, or sitting close onto the couch, or, just being into that same room peacefully and just feeling that love, that abundance, that non-complication. And like I said, because of our Chariot who is there and our beautiful Queen, he's daydreaming about the steady, about the long-term vibe of building something beautiful and real with you. So there's those beautiful moments that just kind of make him feel, whenever he daydreams about this, whenever he feels this, it grounds him. And your part, you are helping him feel grounded, not just throughout his thoughts and his daydreams, but the way that he is, what he wants, what he desires, the way he's moving forward, the vibes and the energies that you have is helping onto the grounding, is helping into the daydreaming for the real things. Like, he's not daydreaming about you guys going to Paris. That would be a lovely daydream, but he's daydreaming about life to life things, which is really grounded and very secure. Brings a beautiful security into the relationship altogether. So I'm going to say his daydreamings today are more about that beautiful, nice, quiet belonging. That's what I can see. Being, you know, and I'm not going to say that one belongs to the other, but you know what I mean. In a non-possessive kind of a way. You see, he seems to be complimenting you more onto taking, yes. What can we actually do to help him stay onto that path? Well, we can continue exactly what we've been doing. Honestly, I feel like it's exactly what we've been doing, maybe tweaking a couple little things along the way, but really just giving him and feeding him that security. So we need to continue to be steady. We don't want to have huge fluctuations. We want to continue to be steady. We want to continue to be calm into our interests. Doing exactly what we're doing at this moment is going to help him to continue into this pace. So we're going to help him to continue to lean forward. And we're going to do that by continuing to be steady, by continuing into the calm interests. So your gentle encouragements, your consistency, the way that you let him come towards you at his own rhythm, all these things without actually realizing it is pulling him closer to you. Also, those little moments, celebrating them, not the big milestones, not the, oh my God, you changed, you know, jobs, or the small little things like, oh my God, you finished that project, or you did this, or you wrote that song. But you're already doing those. So we need to continue that, because for Mike, tiny little steps truly do mean everything. So when you acknowledge even those small little advances, like, I appreciate you opening on up, different kind of things like that you could say, it makes him want to keep going. So stay emotionally warm, not demanding. He's going to open up towards you when he is ready to do it and when he is feeling like he is completely ready to do it. But you've been balancing that out quite perfectly all the way up until now. You also need to continue to be yourself. Don't switch up who you are. Don't continue to be your authentic self. Your authentic self is what is reeling him on in. So it's not about performing. It's not about forcing. It's not about pretending. It's about both of you guys, what makes both of you feel safe. And he needs to trust who you are. So trust is going to continue to be important, but trust into those movements forward. So I'm going to say focus onto the connection, not necessarily where it's going. Focus onto the now, not into the future, into the now. What you do today will change what will happen tomorrow, and so on. So focus onto the now. Super important. So overall, he is aligning with you gently, steadily, but very importantly, he is doing it intentionally. So you're not pulling him, you're inviting him, and he's responding. So that's what I see for you, my love. That's what we have to continue into that kind of a way. Elaine, I was with, I'm with you at this moment. I was with Julie, sweetie. Thank you for your questions. If Love Shine, if you are here, please do post your questions, my love. And if not, I will pull out your usual. And here we go. Let's go and see what we've got. So hold on. Julie, no, go rest. Go rest. I say skip everything. Just rest. Eat. Relax. Relax with the little fishies. That's what I want you to do. Just relax. All right. So here we go. Elaine does not need a timestamp, and Love Shine's going to be on up next. So I'm just going to go and validate everything is okay in PayPal. And it is. So here we go. Okay, so let me just read. Okay, question number 2. Okay. I can see how all these things could be, these dreams and these sensations could be weighing upon you, my love. So we're going to go through each one of them. They're pretty different one from the other. We're going to try to go and get that clarity for you. But I do have to say, everything within your 4 questions that I can see describes on back towards your emotions, your relationships, and kind of your mind that is processing a lot of things. So nothing that's harmful or nothing that's, supernatural. It's just really a natural process altogether. Into your question number 1, why do you feel wise, lingering energy when you're sleeping? Is she okay and everything of the such? When somebody important feels distant to you, your mind keeps trying to kind of make sense of it, especially when you're asleep. And because of that, our emotional brain is the most active when you're actually sleeping. So you're not picking up onto her literal energy. You're picking up onto her concern, onto your memories of her, or even the emotional unfinishedness or unfinished business, if you will, between the both of you. So as for herself altogether, I feel like she's moving on forward quite fine, my love. She's not doing terribly at all. Like, she's got projects, she's got ideas, she's moving on forward with them. She does have victory within them. She does have success, but she is trying to balance a lot of things into her life. So it's not bad. She might be feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed or maybe a little bit withdrawn lately, but nothing much more. As for February, I feel like that's a little bit of a turning point. The turning point has nothing to do with you, however. It's something that is personal into her life that kind of shifted stress, internal pressure, disappointment. But again, it has nothing to do, that shift, with you altogether. As for whenever she does actually kind of shut down emotionally and you do feel the energy, well, it's actually you kind of sensing the change and trying to understand it. So I'm going to say you're feeling her lingering, if you will, because your mind is still trying to reconnect with a connection or with a relationship with a person. And these things still feel like they're a little bit unresolved. Your dream about helping P and K and the crying. Again, it's something that's symbolic. As for you being asked to design the video, that reflects your creativity, but also your desire to be valued for your skills. I feel as though I feel like P being impressed shows that you have a lot of inner wishes for a lot of recognition. As for K and K's jealousy and dreams often represent other people or parts of yourself that doubt your own talents. And sometimes that does happen with you. So, as for K, okay, and the harming, it's not a premonition. That's your fear that someone else's insecurity, if you will, or emotional instability can ruin moments that you are proud of. As for you with the tears unconsciously and wanting a hug, that is important because that actually has to do with your inner self. It's like if your inner self is asking for an emotional release and for a certain comfort. So the music symbolizing the permission to feel your emotion means that your dream is giving you a safe place to let that pain out. So you've been carrying a lot quietly, and I feel like your mind finally just kind of let, the emotion come to surface. Your dad. Your dad, I feel, was trying to bring you some comfort. Your dad was also there to represent some guidance and to give you some clarity through somebody that you can trust. I feel like your mind is reminding you that life still has beauty and direction and meaning, even whenever you might feel like maybe you have lost certain parts of it, or that you feel that maybe it's a little bit heavy. So I feel like he is actually coming on in to represent that reassurance, that protection, that part of you that knows that you're going to be okay. The belief that you still deserve beautiful things into the future at the very same time. So it's actually a very loving and a very healing kind of a dream. As for your last question, the man and the woman knocking onto your unit door into your dream. The fact that they are knocking on your door, they are outside of your door, has to do a lot with the outside pressures, other people's opinions, worries trying to enter into your emotional space. But the key detail over here is that they knocked twice and they left. The fact that they knocked twice and they left, the things that stress you cannot enter your space unless you let them. Also, you need to know that your outside problems, they're going to pass. They're just in passage. And you still have control over your boundaries. So this is a dream about your own emotional protection. It's not about an actual danger. So let's say we do a combo of everything, because a lot of it, actually all of it, have to do with some type of a dream. You're, like I said into the very beginning, you're into a phase where there's a lot of emotional processing and you're reconnecting with the old feelings. You're noticing other people's behaviors. You're noticing shifts. You're noticing and wanting more emotional stability into your life. Now, your dreams are actually showing that you want to have an emotional release, that you want to be understood, that you want to be valued, and that stress from people changing or pulling away is creating or can be quite problematic for you. This is about you longing for comfort, longing for support, also looking for reassurance. So your inner strength coming forward is coming through those very symbolic images and those dreams that you have mentioned to me. So you need to know into all of it, you're not in danger. Nobody's into danger into all this. This is really about you healing. It's about you healing. It's about you gathering your own answers. It's about you self-regulating a little bit your emotions into a certain way, if you will. Hold on. Hi, Big Cleo, by the way, sweetie. Nice to see you. Okay. I'm going to put another timestamp. Thank you so very much, my beautiful Big Cleo. You definitely will have one. Yeah. Oh, the knocks on real life, but then it doesn't necessarily have a symbolic, sweetie. It doesn't necessarily mean anything in particular. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean, no, it doesn't. No, it could mean that there either could be somebody who was actually there knocking and left. It could also mean exactly what it is that I have told you, but if it's not into an actual spiritual kind of a thing or into a dream thing, it's outside your door. It could be many different things, my love. Yeah. Hi, Game On. How are you doing, sweetie? Okay. Mimi, I'm gonna answer these because I'm still here, but hold on just a second. You say MT's behaviors. I know that it's draining, sweetie. I know. Love Shine is up next, by the way, sweetie pies. I know. MT isn't sneak. Well, let's put it this way. I feel as though I think I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Maybe not. Oh, pardon me. Okay. Here we go. So you're actually wondering what's going on with it. Pardon me again. All right, I'm good now. No, well, whatever's going on over here, my beautiful Mimi, it's not respect. It's a question of performance. So, she's trying to look like she's the one who's in control, like she's the one who knows better. And it's very, very irritating because it's actually really, really quite fake. So her motive is not bad, but it's self-serving. So it's not good, but it's not bad. It's not evil, but it's self-serving. It's very selfish. She wants to look good for everybody else, even if it means kind of shifting the pressure, but like onto you. As for JL, you are picking up onto something that is more real. Like Jay, I feel like that person seems a little bit too pleased when attention kind of goes to others and not necessarily to you. So when MT praises her, she feels more validated. And when you struggle, part of her quietly enjoys being onto the favored side, if you will. So she's not happy that you have trouble, but she's happy that she doesn't have the trouble. Now, that's insecurity, like I said. It's not evil, but it's not malice. It's insecurity. So she has this, as long as it's not me kind of energy, that's what's actually going on through. So what is MT thinking? She wants to avoid the blame. She uses, you as the responsible one who can handle for the extra pressure. She acts confident onto the outside because she's unsure about the inside. And she's not trying to ruin you. She's trying to protect herself altogether. And meanwhile, altogether, it's completely unfair for you. Not fair at all. What can you do? You don't need to confront anybody, but you do need to stay professional. You do need to stay calm. You do need to be clear about your responsibilities. So I'm going to say next week still looks like there's going to be some minor annoyances, but if you stay strong and you stay stable, the energy is going to start to calm down. It's a cute sneeze. You're so funny. Thank you. You can, my beautiful game on. We are moving on forward to Love Shine at this moment. Oh, it's a very sweet sneeze. Thank you. So Love Shine is next. And then I'm moving on forward to Big Cleo, sweetie. So if you want to donate right away, you'll be up in, I don't know, maybe about 5-6 minutes. Love Shine, you're going to be at 38.15, my love. Big Cleo, you're going to be on up next. All right. So at the moment we have Love Shine and Big Cleo. Now I'm going to use your deck over here, my beautiful Love Shine. I hope you're doing good today, sweetie pie. Let's go and see. What do we have? A chew. Oh, well, that is kind of cute. A chew. That is cute. I like it. That is very adorable. I like. My little kitty cat's been sneezing a lot today. Pixel, not Max. Max is doing fantastic, but Pixel's been sneezing a lot today, little sweetie pie. I hope she's not catching, I don't know, some kind of cold. I don't know. She must have sneezed like 10 times today. It is way more than what she usually does. Anywho, my beautiful, what do we have over here? Dust? Nah. Well, maybe. No, I'm not allergic to anything. It's just, it's a fluke. It's a fluke, love. It could have been, though, because I do live into a place where it is cold, and in wintertime, we got a lot of heaters. Dust kind of moves around, but no, I'm good, sweetie. I've had a lot of people around me who have had colds, and I've kind of passed on through all of them. Didn't get any of them. All my kids had a cold, except for me, so I did real good. Hey, Love Shine, sweetie. So what do I have for you over here, my love? I'm going with your usual questions. Yeah, well, that's what I'm up to. That's what I'm up to. So you're here right on time. I do have a timestamp for you. I'll leave it to Juanson later on, but we're with the wife. How does he feel about the wife sun up until sundown? Well, we're not playing sneaky games, but we do have our values at the right place. So family, togetherness, we're sticking with the family values over here. That's what we're staying at. Still not looking towards anything particular. There's no big plans. Well, no, there's no big plans. There's no new plans that have been added on through. I'm going to say what it is, it is. No, I know that you like to look at the cups. I don't have any cups. What I'm really getting over here is, well, I do have cups, but it's not the loving cups. What I actually have over here is tradition, following on through with tradition, following on through with what we feel like we have to. So I'm going to stick it with she's an obligation, and he's just continuing with the obligation. Thank you, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie. I'm wishing you sweet dreams, my love, Elaine. Relax your beautiful soul, sweetie. Now, how's he feeling towards you? Let's go take a sneak peek. All right. Oh, we do have the sun. We do have our Wheel of Fortune. We do have our Four Wands. We don't have any cups, but we have beautiful cards. The sun in reverse is telling us that we don't really know how to make things better than what they are. We don't really have any answers. That being said, I don't necessarily feel like there's a need to do so. I feel like we're quite happy into the connection that we have with you. We feel like we're going to continue this connection. There's no end date, all right? There's just a beautiful continuum. He feels comfortable around you. He feels loved around you. He feels understood. He wants to continue exactly what it is that you guys have. So, yeah. Let me go and see over here. What does he want to say to you that he's not saying? As for the 222, sweetie, this is not you, Love Shine, as I'm shuffling, but the 222 is asking you for balance. I think it's Shirley, right? Asking you for balance, for trust, but also for alignment. It's letting you know that things are coming together behind the scenes, that you're not alone through whatever it is that you're going through, and you're being guided towards a certain stability, but also a beautiful harmony. So anybody who has been seeing 222, it's a beautiful message to get. As for you, my love, what is he not saying that he would like to say to you? This is not the tarot. It's what he's not saying. We do have our 10 of Pentacles. We also have our 9 of Pentacles, and we have our Fool. Honestly, sweetie, he wishes and wants the very most with you. You represent happiness. You represent beautiful abundance. There's nothing more that he could actually ask. Nothing. I'm going to say he's doing absolutely everything that he possibly can, and he'd be willing to do more. If you would ask him for something more, he'd probably be willing to do it. He'd be willing to, run across the world for you if you asked him to. By foot. Yeah, not even by bike or by plane, by foot. Honestly, he cares a lot about the connection. He cares a lot about you, and he'd be willing to sacrifice a lot, really, just for your happiness, sweetie. He's not going to tell you all that. Why? Because then you might actually ask him for something and he'll have to do it. I do believe he would do it. Well, it depends what it is. If you ask him to leave the other, he's not going to do it. But if you do ask for other things, you could possibly get it. No, you're just still healing, Elaine. The fact that you woke up and feeling refreshed is good. It means that you went through a lot of emotions, but I do still feel like you're through some healing. Yeah, I do. Tarot, what does he want to say to you? A big Cleo, you're next, and we will leave you a timestamp. High Priestess, Two of Wands, and our Four of Cups. Hold on. Just 1 second. All right. Sweetie Pie, love messages for you. Because of our High Priestess, his heart already knows everything that he needs to know about this connection. He wants you to know that there's a beautiful, quiet, magnetic bond between you and him. It is something that is a little bit unspoken, but it is so real. He wants you to believe into him. He wants this connection to unfold at its own rhythm. And he wants you to know that he is leaning into your direction. There is a lot of love. There's a lot of emotional layers into your relationship altogether that often he doesn't speak about. Really what he's trying to say over here is that you don't need to force anything. The connection is already there. It's already beautiful. The fact that you also do have our Two of Wands, it means that he's looking ahead. He's planning. He's imagining the two of you and what you guys could become into the future. So he thinks about you more than he admits. He's thinking about the next moves. He doesn't know what they are yet, but he's thinking about them. He sees beautiful potential with you and your future together. So my love, I'm going to say he's thinking about you into the most beautiful and thoughtful way today. Good night, my beautiful Elaine. Big Cleo, here we go. And love shine. I'm sending you much love, my sweetie pie. Big Cleo, you're going to be at 4720. Thank you, my beautiful game on. You're going to be on up after Big Cleo, sweetie. Alrighty. Well, P and you be a couple for the long term into the future. Is P going to make it work? All right, let's go see. So will P and you be a couple for the long term into the future? Magician. Five of Pentacles. Into the reverse position, it is important because the Five of Pentacles into the upright position is not the best card altogether. And our Ace of Swords. So, sweetie pie, our magician is saying that anything can manifest. You guys do have to both focus onto it, put the effort that is necessary towards it. But if you continue onto the path that you are, and he continues onto his path, then anything can actually happen between you guys. At some point in time, if ever it is possible for you, however, because we do have the magician, if it is possible for you, however, at some point in time to make some type of movement towards him other than what you're doing at this moment, then that could not be a bad thing neither. So it could go either way. Either you could make a motion or he could make some type of movement towards you. That being said, I do see, because of our Ace of Swords, I do see that there's new ideas, that there's a breakthrough, that there's actual movement that is happening. So I'm going to say, even though it's almost though, I do have to say, it's like, yes, my answer is a yes, there's no doubt about it. But it's like if there's a little bit of a phase where you're actually thinking to yourself, this is never going to work. And then it's like hope returns and then you believe into it again. And that's where things happen. So I will say yes, into the future will P and you be a couple, and absolutely. Is P going to make it work? The world is bringing beautiful completion for you. The world is making things happen. The world is bringing in beautiful energy also of a certain belief. Yes, the question was regards the long term. Yes. Into the long-term future. Exactly. It had nothing to do with the short term. We do have over here our strength also, but our strength is in reverse. The fact that our strength is in reverse is showing to us that at this moment in time, he doesn't have the energy to make it work. But because of the world and our final card, which is the Lovers, he will be making it work. So it is a yes. So what I'm saying, and what I said into the first part was, because of the Magician that was there and because of the surrounding cards, you do have a completion, you do have a yes. Your ultimate answer is a yes. However, like I said, there's going to be a little bit of a period where you're going to be feeling like, oh my God, this is never going to work, and you're going to just kind of want to give up. But then you're going to, I'm going to say, pick yourself back up again, and you're going to look towards it, and you're going to manifest it, and things are going to happen into the direction that you would like it to. So your answer for the long term was a definite yes, but there is going to be a little bit of a pause before that actually happens, where you're going to kind of want to give up. But then things will change and you guys will make it happen. Yes, for the long term. And over here also, our beautiful Lovers is coming to complete everything with our world. So absolutely, sweetie. Is P going to make it work? It's a yes. I do, sweetie, but like I said, I see it a little bit like I do with the cards, my love. I feel like you're into a place where you do have your doubts. You have a lot of wants, you have a lot of desires, but you do have some doubts. And it's okay to have some doubts. What I'm stating is a little bit like the cards said. Like, we could want a lot of things, like we could want to win the lotto. But if we don't buy the lotto ticket, we're probably never going to win, right? So it's really about, yes, this is going to happen, but don't necessarily wait for the other people for the other person to do it. If there's any way that you can make things happen into a quicker kind of a way, then go ahead with it. You know, move on forward. It just might accelerate things altogether. Might make things easier for him altogether also. So I will say yes as my own personal view, but I feel like you have to put a little bit more of yourself into it. However, you see that you need to put a little bit more of yourself. You need to put a little bit more Big Cleo into it, okay? We need that Big Cleo to come on and make things happen over here. Game on, sweetie. You're going to be at 5305. I know, it's true. I want to say like spices. You need to add a little bit of salt. You need to have a little pepper, or else it could be a little bit, you know, it'll be good, but it's not going to be that great. Add your own special spice, sweetie. You've got this. All right. So let me go and see over here what I've got for you, sweetie. How does a district manager, Adrian Logan, feel about you? Work, and he's born in 1980. Okay, let's go see. Let's go do this. I'm just gonna go and refresh our PayPal, and I'm gonna be right with you, so let's do that. Alrighty. If you want to add your other questions, my beautiful love shine, you can, sweetie. I'll put you back onto the list. Shirley, post your question. I'll answer you after game on, my love. You can post your question, sweetie pie. Alrighty, so here we go for you. So Shirley, if you want to post your question, you can definitely go ahead with it. Then I'm going to go and see Love Shine right after. And for the moment, we're going to go with the Light Seers. Alrighty, so what is happening with this workplace? I do have our Ten of Cups. I do have our Five of Wands. You definitely pass on through any type of conflicts that could be arising in any kind of shape, form, or way. We also do have our Two of Wands. So we're going to call this person A. I feel like this person sees you as being very reliable, but also very steady. Like you're definitely able to pass on through any type of challenges that come along. There's nothing big for you. I feel like this person is giving off like you get things done well, no drama, beautiful vibe. And I feel as though this person truly appreciates you. I don't feel like they say it, but they do appreciate you. He doesn't need, it's like he trusts you and he doesn't have a need to necessarily follow or to constantly supervise you in any kind of a way, which is a huge plus. Now, he seems to respect your worth ethic also, your consistency. He sees that you handle your tasks well, even underneath pressures, and that earns you that beautiful, quiet respect. Our Ten of Cups says it pretty much all, that, you know what, he truly does like you. Does he and would he actually like to offer something more to you into the future? Probably. I do feel like this person does feel, I'm going to say fairly, not 100%, but fairly comfortable around you. Not into an emotional, personal kind of way, though, or we're not going to get into the touchy-feely kind of a thing, but into a professional way. So he sees you as somebody that he can address, that you understand what needs to be done, the instructions, everything is well done quickly, and it's perfect. So he does see you with beautiful potential. So he believes that you can grow more into the company if you do want to, and he recognizes your capability altogether. However, why do I feel like he doesn't see you as being an overall, like you don't have any problems altogether? I feel like he's very, very positive about your work. He sees you, like I said, as competent and steady and trustworthy. I know that he doesn't say it all that much. And I feel like the fact that he doesn't say it all that much kind of makes him feel sometimes that he can be a little bit distant, or that you're really just kind of wondering what the heck he wants from you, if he really does like you. I feel like he gives off these vibes of, I don't care all that much, but he truly does care and he truly does like you. But he's definitely giving vibes of, it's like, I want to hide behind a mask. I don't quite want to say, but yeah. Yes, but no. Hi, beautiful Shakira. Thank you, sweetie pie. I hope you're doing good with love. I'll be with you shortly. Yeah, so I will check that out shortly. Just give me 1 second, sweetie pie. And Love Sean, if you want to post your questions also, you did donate a second time, but I don't have any questions. So if you do want to, post away. Yeah, he's a little like that, right? Yeah, he's not going to say all that much, but he really does like you. Honestly, he does see you going really quite far into this company. So I'm going to say, continue, my beautiful love. You're like that beautiful rising star, but nobody's actually telling you that you're doing so fantastic. So I'll say it for him. You're doing great. You are doing a really, really good job. He's just not saying it. No, he's just kind of a little bit standby. He has this little barrier where he thinks that if he says too much, then people will kind of take him for granted. And he gives a little bit of that air of, it's not a je ne sais quoi, it's je m'en fous. Like, I don't really care all that much. I'm going to do my things, you do your things, everything's going to be perfect. Yeah, I feel like he's afraid of actually connecting with others at work on different levels. He just doesn't want to create any conflicts. But that being said, you're doing fantastic and he really does like you. It's my pleasure, sweetie. Have a lovely evening, my beautiful game on, sweetie. Shirley, are you going to have somewhat of a reconnection over here? Let's go and see. And I don't know, this one is calling your name. Love Sean, if I have your questions, you'll be next. Otherwise, I will go and see Shakira. Okay, so this is for you, my beautiful Shirley. Are you going to hear from AJ to reunite? If ever my answer is a no, please don't hate me. I just say what I see, okay? All right, I do have our Page of Cups. I do have a certain, yeah. I'm gonna basically say there could be an opening in some kind of way. There could, but I honestly feel like the end, I feel like it's gonna come back to the same place that you're into at this moment. I feel like we think about you. I feel like we sometimes idealize. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other person. I feel like sometimes the other person kind of thinks about their relationship, idealizes it in different kind of ways. But you guys have a lot of differences, and I feel like basically the other person definitely wants to avoid any type of conflict. I feel like they're afraid about that. Now, if you're wondering if the other person still loves you and still cares for you, King of Cups is coming in to say a definite yes. However, I feel as though this other person is focusing more on different things at this moment, wants to avoid the conflict, seems to be focusing more onto happiness, onto a financial kind of a way. So I'm going to say, sweetie pie, I do even need you to be a little bit careful about this person, because sometimes I feel like they think, oh, I could kind of come on back, but they're not completely 100% serious or clear within themselves. Like they could be playing games. So I'm going to say to you, my love, your final answer is going to be a no. However, nothing is set in stone. Things can change. I told you this person still loves you, still thinks about you, still thinks about their relationship. So if you do have some type of contact with this person, or, you know, you can contact them by email or by texto or any kind of a way, you can always try to open something up and see where it goes. Something, you know, very open, like, hey, I've been thinking about you. Hope all is well. If they write on back, boom, you've got communication. You can work onto it. If they don't, you'll have your answer. I'm going to say for the moment, I feel like it's a no. But I do feel like their emotions and their feelings fluctuate a lot. So there could be an opening, but I feel like it's minimal, so I prefer to say no. Hold on. All right. It's my pleasure, sweetie. I'm sorry, my love. I know it's not the answers that you want, sweetie. Shakira, here we go. Still waiting for Love Shine. I'm gonna say Juanson 10:30. I'm gonna go and see Shakira, Love Shine. I'm gonna come and see you, and we're gonna see where that's gonna go, okay? All right. So here we go. Okay, hold on just a second. All right. Shakira. Oh, you come. Shakira, this is not the first time that you send me a message like this. Okay, hold on. Okay. So here we go. And on Thursdays, is he home? If not, what time? And are you gonna catch him? Where is he? You're not gonna catch him. I would probably go home. I would probably go home at this point in time. I do not feel as though he is there, my love. Yeah, I do get it though. I know that you're always running after him. Wait, I didn't put a timestamp. I know you're always running after him. I know that everything is completely off with that man. I know he's awful. He never pays you. He owes you probably a truckload of money. However, he for some reason feels or knows that you're going to be there. And so he's not going to be popping on through. And if he does pop on through, he'll make sure that he does it when you're either not looking or something of the such. He's going to find some kind of sneaky way to get into his place without you seeing, or he's going to actually wait for you to just kind of leave. And at some point in time, you'll either leave or fall asleep. So he'll end up winning onto that one. That being said, my love, I see that he's out with some friends. So I'm going to say that he's out with some friends. He is going to be arriving. I'm going to say probably around 3, which I know is late. I'm going to say around 3 into the morning. I don't believe you're going to be getting what it is that you're gone to get, my love. I don't. So I'm going to say I do wish it upon you. I do hope that you get it. I hope you have some. I would love for you to have. I know how difficult it can be. I would love for you to have some kind of other way to, recuperate what is yours, because I know that this happens often. But yeah. Is he at home at this moment? No, he's not home at this moment, my love. I feel like he's basically trying to avoid any type of confrontation. He's trying to keep his distance because he knows that he owes you and he knows that you're going to be there. So it's really just his pattern of avoiding any type of responsibility that is there. So are you going to catch him tonight? If you're there anywhere between 2 and 3, for some reason I'm getting 2 hours and 40 minutes. So it could be at 2:40 into the morning. So that's what I'm getting with it. So I'm going to say no, I don't feel like you're going to be, I hate to say so, but I'll say no. Let me give you some message cards from your sweetie pie that would make things better, perhaps. You're never far from my mind. I'm waiting for the right time. Give me some time. I'm waking up. You're the first thought when I wake and the last one before I go to sleep. My world without you is dark. You have definitely changed me for the better. I'm never going to give up onto us. And we're going to go to these little cards also. Why stop right there? I need you to be patient with me. I dream of you. You can't be replaced. Sometimes I act like this because I'm afraid. The intensity of my feelings for you make me scared. And I feel such a magnetic connection to you. I hope you get what you need tonight, sweetie. I really do. Absolutely, Diane. It'll be my pleasure, sweetie. I'm sending you much love, Shakira. Honestly. We do not have Love Shine, right? So while we're waiting for Love Shine to pop back through, I'm going to go and see you, Hwanson. Okay, sweetie? So let's come and see you at this moment. And then if we have Love Shine in, we'll go and see Love Shine. All right. So let me go over here. And let's go like that. And listening to music. Yes. Did you see the second wicked? Is it even out? I think it is out, ain't it? Did you see it? Just by curiosity, just wondering. Okay, Love Shine is going to be on up right after. So hold on. Let's go into your general and let's go over here. All right. All right. Let's go see what we have. All right. I still feel like there's healing coming from the past, but I feel like we're looking towards new opportunities. So I'm going to say your intuition is very strong. Trust it, follow it. You know what feels right. And you know that, when your heart's going to be onto that beautiful right path. So what Spirit is asking from you at this moment is to be patient. Things are moving. They're moving slowly, but they're moving, which is a good thing. So I'm going to say to just kind of continue onto that path altogether. Into your general, I feel like you're a little bit into a phase where you're gaining more clarity. Some things that have felt a little bit uncertain are starting to actually settle into the right place. There's different opportunities that may appear that they require you to kind of step out of your comfort zone. So, hey, I'll say embrace them. They're definitely aligned with your long-term goals altogether. So hold on to that. Pay attention, like I said, into your love. Same thing into the general. Pay attention to your inner guidance. Trust your instincts, all right? Your intuition is going to be giving you the right signals for the decisions that you do need to make. Now, Spirit is actually asking you to think about balance and reflection, self-care when you need to. Don't feel too overwhelmed, all right? So trust the process, follow your heart, stay aligned, my beautiful. Everything and opportunities are going to start appearing towards you. Let's go see how you know who is doing. All right, as for ease energy today. I feel like the energy altogether is calmer. So I'm going to say calmer than usual. Like she's trying to breathe through her day and kind of taking things a little bit lightly, I will say. There are different parts of her day, her mind that kind of drifts towards you in small but positive moments. If there's anything she would like to say is that she appreciates you. And she still thinks about you. Yeah. So I'm basically going to say she's doing good. Basically going to say she still thinks about you. An angel message. Trust your intuition. Your heart already knows the truth, so pay attention to those small nudges. They're definitely guiding you. Your angels are reminding you to nurture yourself. When you honor your own heart, the right energy will flow towards you. On an oracle message, opportunities in disguise. Keep an open mind. Someone may surprise you with affection, kindness, or beautiful admiration. As into love messages. I think about you, and I think about the way that you make me feel safe and seen. You are on my mind more than I let on. Remember that you are loved, that you are appreciated, and you are noticed. Someone out there admires your spirit and your heart. Let's go see our beautiful friend over here. Oh, it comes out tomorrow. And we'll have two new but familiar faces. I've seen the original Wizard of Oz, but I have to admit I didn't necessarily see the first one of. I saw like parts of the first one of Wicked, but I didn't see it all. I have to admit, yeah. You had to tell me something, Love Shine. Let me go see, sweetie. Watson, you can say that the lives are you can say that lives are closed for tonight, sweetie pie. Okay, hold on just a second. All right. Let me just go and read what you had to say, sweetie. Yes. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Okay. I do have to say, however, I completely understand where that is coming from, my beautiful Love Shine. Um, I completely understand it in a million different kind of ways. However, I'll leave a timestamp for the other ones. There is a difference between who we are into this world and who we are when we go up. You have lived other lives. You will probably live others also. There's the whole story of parallel worlds also. There's a lot of things that are possible, plausible, everything of the such. But your dad, his dad up there, is most likely not a preacher. He is speaking to his son as, you are my son, not as what I believed into you when I was here on earth, but into a more of a loving, sweet kind of a way, without taking in criteria or anything else, but really going straight down to the values and to the core of it. And I feel like that's where the difference is. He still thinks his dad as being up in heaven and being a preacher, but his dad is just up in heaven being dad. He's not being a preacher. That was his role here on earth. It doesn't mean that's his role when he is up there. His role is to be himself and to support, family and people he has left behind. So I feel like it's very important to actually kind of mention that, if that helps them kind of understand it into a different kind of way. But I do see where he could kind of feel that as being weird, I'll put it that way. So yeah, I'm glad that he did like it, though. I am. But if you can kind of explain that to him in some kind of way, however, I'm not quite sure. I'll go and see the questions. Maybe I'll do it myself. But how did he actually feel about the reading itself? Honestly, I feel like it gave him like some power, it gave him some answers that he did not necessarily have, that he could not necessarily go and reach by himself. And honestly, I feel like it was good for him. I feel like there was a mix of surprise. There was a little bit of relief. Yeah, there was a little bit of that confusion, but mostly I'm going to say surprise and relief. Like, parts of him truly was touched by the message. His heart recognized the love and the support in what was there, but another part of him, because of his upbringing, like I was saying, and because of his dad being a religious man, well, he kind of struggled to fully kind of get that part of it, or get that part of the reading altogether. But I'm going to say, even though he, kind of wondered briefly that maybe something was rigged in some kind of way, absolutely not. A lot of this is coming from his own internalized ideas about what is wrong and what is right. That doesn't mean his dad is into the wrong and into the right. He's judging his own situation is what he is doing, but his dad is not judging. His dad is just loving. His dad is just understanding. His dad is just following what makes his son happy. And that's the basic and the most beautiful thing, is that it's not a question of judgment anymore. Down here, we have a lot of judgments. We have a lot of fears. We have a lot of things that block us. Up there, you don't. It's just love. That's all that it is. It's love. It's support. There's no anger. There's no frustration. It's different. So, yeah. So I feel like this is more about him and his internalized ideas about what's wrong and what's right. But I do feel like he does feel gratitude and comfort towards the actual, connection and reassurance altogether. Now, oh wait, you don't even like that deck. I don't know why I took that out. Hold on. He's going with his friends this weekend to go fishing. How's that gonna go? Yeah, that's why I said there's nothing new that has been added on in. Whatever it is that he has planned is already planned and it's already there. But yeah. So fishing, it's that fishing time of year, ain't it? Over here, it's frozen. For you, you got fishes. The weekend actually looks like it's actually really just going to go the way that it's supposed to. There's nothing weird. It's going to be relaxing. It's going to be positive. The fishing trip is a chance for him to kind of step away from all those daily pressures. It's a chance for him to go and get that laughter, get that carefree vibe, really just reconnect with friends around him. So in regards to you, I see still beautiful love. I still see reaching on out. I don't feel like he's going to have that breakage like often he does, where he doesn't really text or he texts really late and you kind of wonder. I don't feel like you're going to be having any issues with that. I feel like he's thinking about you fondly. I feel like he's enjoying time with his friends, but he is going to be thinking about you because he does appreciate you and he does love you. The distance is not going to make is not going to change anything upon his love or his desire. It's still there. Everything is perfect. So I'm going to say he's going to have a really good time. He is, I feel, going to be texting you into a normal, or anyways, into a consistent kind of way. You're not going to have to wonder or think. And I do feel like it's going to be a little bit short-lived. It is a weekend kind of a fishing thing. So he'll be back as soon. You have time to blink your eyes. He'll be on back. Timestamp, and this is going to be for really do okay, the timestamp that I'm going to put, okay, I'm just going to put M into the timestamp, okay, so he doesn't correlate it with your reading that's before or anything of the such. All right, so into the timestamp zone, you already did have another timestamp, so that's going to be yours for the first reading, and he's going to be underneath M for your second one, so look out for it, okay? So hold on just a second. I feel like it's safer like that. Perfect. Good night, my beautiful Diane, sweetie. Yeah, that's it. It's a very short thing. What is that? Why do you got, are you cutting some cake, Watson? Okay, so let's put it at 124. I'm just going to go and read and see what I've got. If ever you forget about the whole M thing, just let me know, love shine, and I'll send it away to you. All right, so I'm just going to read his questions. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, that's pretty much what the heck I was talking about. Yeah. Okay. So it's everything that I just said. All right. Are we at 124? We are. Oh, you are. It's not going to be cake. Oh, la la. All right. All right, so this is going to be for M, and we're going to go and get a little bit of some specifications upon what was actually happening and what is going on. However, I do have to say before I even start the reading altogether, there's a very, very important distinction to make within this life that we're living at this moment, into the right here, into the right now, and when we move on forward, when we go on up. We all incarnate a role here, but up there, it's just pure love. It's intention. It's sweetness. It's not necessarily the role that we had here. Like if somebody is a lawyer, when they go up there, they're not, it's different. It's a different kind of a thing. So I feel like it's important to kind of cut the threads that are there, whatever is linking the up there from here. What you need to remember is that your dad is your dad. Your dad loves you and he cares for you, and he just wants your very best. So do you understand how maybe you could be feeling a little bit off about that? But yeah, let me go and get you some more answers over here for you. Okay, sweetie. So what you need to know about your dad is being shown over here as the emperor. Like, he is strong. He's all for justice and everything of the such. He is, but he's also for love. He's also for changes. He has a lot onto his mind, but he figures that if you know what you're doing and you chose this, then this must be good for you. So I feel like your dad is happy that he has you into his life, that you're there, even if he's there and you're here. There's that sense coming from him of pride, of blessings. And it's very, very important, because you are not just a person who is defined by the relationships that are around you, but you are defined by whatever it is that you create around you. The fact that you have loving family, the fact that you have love, elsewhere, the fact that you share and the way that you give your love is something that is very important also. You need to know that you're not judged into anything with this. As for the religious beliefs altogether, even though your dad is someone who was very religious, I'm not going to say that he no longer is, but it's not a question of him not approving of what you're doing here on earth. I'm not saying he's approving what you're doing. I'm not saying he's disapproving. I'm saying he's into a neutral zone. I'm saying this is what you're thinking about is more of a reflection of his earthly beliefs on what is right and what is wrong. But where he's at this moment, he's into a neutral zone where if this makes you happy, if this helps you grow, then this is what is necessary for you. And you also have to take in consideration that your dad, where he's at this moment, he sees the challenges that are coming towards you. He sees what is next for you, and he sees all your life path. So he understands things onto a completely different level that you're not seeing things at this moment, which is completely normal. So all those little elements mixed on in together is what is giving this at this moment. So I'm going to say to you, sweetie, the message is about love. The message is about guidance. The message is about reassurance. So spiritually, he's happy for the relationship that you have. He wants to support you emotionally into your life choices altogether. The earthly judgments and morality don't change his approval. He's looking at things onto a spiritual way, onto a spiritual perspective. So the messages that I'm actually getting from your dad is that you need to trust your heart, but you also need to trust your choices. But you need to trust your heart and your choices and what is going to be making you happy. Your dad wants you to be happy. So if the choices that you're making at this moment make you happy, then your dad is content. Love, integrity also is important. He also wants to remind you that you're supported, that if there's anything that you feel that you need forgiveness for in any kind of a way, then you do have it. But your dad wants you to know that he's always there for you, and he's always going to be there for any type of spiritual guidance that you may need at the same time. You can really just ask him altogether. So that's what I'm getting for you, sweetie. I hope that does make message. I hope it makes sense. Wait, hold on. Let me go see if I get any other messages that could kind of pop on through, okay? There's something work-wise that you've been thinking about, that you've been a little bit doubting. If it hasn't appeared yet, it will be appearing into the following 3 to 4 weeks. Your dad wants you to know that the decision that you're going to be making is the first thought that you had, is the first idea that you had, and that is the right one for you. So trust yourself and move ahead with it. Again, look, that justice, that black and that white. Nothing is just simply one symbol, one color, one thing. It is a mix of everything. Your dad wants you to follow your ideas, your heart, your soul. What keeps you alive? That is what's going to ignite your soul. That's what's going to make your dad happy. That being said, he wants you to talk with him a little bit more too. But talk to him about different things. Ask him for guidance. He wants you to. He's not going to be able to give you the clear answers, of course, but he'll be able to guide you. It could be coming through dreams. It could be coming through different little synchronicities, but he feels like you don't talk with him as much. Nah, he doesn't. He wants you to talk more. So that would be the only thing that I have to reproach to you, would be he wants you to talk more. So talk with him a little bit more. Send him that beautiful love, and don't beat yourself up about anything. What you're doing makes you happy. As long as there is love and you're following on through with it, then that's all good, sweetie pie. And I am wishing you a lovely evening. Absolutely, Hanson. Absolutely, sweetie. That being said, we are going to end the live for tonight. So I am wishing everybody a lovely evening. I'm going to go and give the timestamps to Hanson so everybody shall have them. It is my pleasure, my beautiful love shine. Don't forget, M is going to be underneath M. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Sweet dreams, loves.